Hey everybody, Dylan Distraction here, coming to you live from Batlantic Studios. I want to do a quick back to drawing board, talk about comic books, make sure that the audio is working. Let me see. The audio is working. Yeah, we are 76% funded at systcomic.com. Thank you so much to the 44 backers that want this comic book in their life, that want to continue to see my work, that want to support my work. I really, really appreciate it. I got a bunch of art levels available still, and original art from my friends, Ian Chase Nichols, Bill Walko, Luis Rivera, Chris Vance. Definitely grab one of those drawings of my character. It helps the campaign, it helps us get closer to goal. We're very close to goal. We just need a couple more backers or current backers to increase their pledge. We'll be at the goal, and that would be awesome because then we can move on to stretch goals, which is what I really want to do because I got a bunch of great stretch goals planned. Yeah, and the comic book is done. So just talking with the printer, and I'm going to be getting some printer proofs, so I'll be able to show those to people. I just need your help to get it printed and distributed to you. Thank you so much. I'm really excited about this character. I think everybody's going to get a kick out of it. It's definitely a fun sort of magic, Conan, sword and sorcery, monster-ish kind of comic, which is a lot of fun for me to do. Definitely a little different, but still similar in the Archive universe. Yeah, so Warhood takes place in the future, The Oppressors with Versus takes place current time, and Syst, the Skin Grafter, which is 76% funded currently, takes place in the past, so all of it kind of melts together, and this comic book starts to show how I'm going to connect them all, which is fun. Yeah, so thank you so much to everybody that's gone to systcomic.com. 76% funded, 44 backers. Let's try to hit goal today. Why not, right? Let's hit goal today and then move on to stretch goals. Yeah, there's a bunch of great bundles, so that's Syst, the Skin Grafter, on Kickstarter right now, systcomic.com. And in some of these bundles, we have The Oppressors, which was my last creator-owned book. And this character is in the back, right? So Syst is the backup story in The Oppressors. So if you don't have a copy of The Oppressors, there's bundle packages available at systcomic.com. And there's Archive the Warhood Odyssey Volume 1 and 2. 96-page black and white, over the top, Chromie Mage, indie action comic. So I have those available, standard covers and variant covers. And what else? Original art and commissions. So if you want a commission or you want original art from the comic book, those are available too. Thank you so much for checking it out. Systcomic.com. I'm going to flip the camera, do a little live drawing. You have any questions, comments, concerns, please post them below. All right, flipping the camera. So this is what's on my drawing table. Here's some artwork I'm doing. So this is something I was drawing yesterday. This is for a backer at systcomic.com. That's the pencils, and that's the blue line. I'm gonna ink, right? So pencils and blue line. So I'm gonna do a little inking on that. And this one I just started inking for fun over the pencils. I didn't blue line it. Yeah, and we have original art available at systcomic.com. Please back the campaign. Please share the campaign. And if you get a commission level or if you get an original art level, I'm going to hook you up with a bunch of awesome stuff. So, yeah, now's the time. We really need to get, I want to hit goal this week. I want to hit goal today. So let's hit goal right now at systcomic.com. And, yeah, if you already have back, please consider upping your pledge. I'd love to be able to send you a bunch of awesome stuff. So if you grab an original art commission level or any of the larger end commissions, or if you grab one of the commissions from my friends, Bill Walko, Ian Chase Nichols, Luis Rivera, Chris Vance, if you want to grab one of those, that would put us so close to being at goal. So please go to systcomic.com right now and grab some art. Get some art from me. Have some art from me in your life. Looks great in a frame, on a wall, or in a portfolio. And yeah, I'm thrilled to be making comics, and I appreciate everyone that's backed and supported and shared my work. I can't do this without you. I need everyone to be able to come together to want this book to be produced, that wants to see my work, that wants to see where these stories go and see where these characters go. I love working on this stuff. I'm so thrilled to be making comics, and I appreciate everybody's continued support. It means everything to me. Thank you so much. So, systcomic.com. Yeah, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna try to draw for a little bit now. And gonna try to hit goal, because I know that this is an odd time for everyone. This is a strange time in our lives, and I know that we're all kind of trapped indoors and not able to get out to conventions. And I do miss doing conventions. I do miss seeing everyone. I do miss being able to share my work live and in person. But the next best thing is doing these sort of live videos, because then I can still talk with people and still kind of be able to interact and share my work. And being able to do that helps me to keep going, helps me to keep making stuff and finding people who like what I'm doing and want to support it. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to everybody for going to sistcomic.com and getting a commission or getting an original art level. And I'm gonna make sure that if you get something from me, I'm gonna hook you up. You're gonna get a bunch of awesome stuff. You're gonna get more than you expected. You're gonna be like, wow, look at all this awesome stuff. I'll be like, I know, I sent you a bunch of cool stuff because I really appreciate you supporting my work and helping us to hit goal. And you're gonna be like, wow, no, I appreciate you. And I'm gonna be like, no, it's cool. We appreciate each other. It's the least I can do for everyone that wants to see my comic books and wants to support my work. Means everything to me. So today is Thursday, right? I think today's Thursday. And it's funny because I've kind of started to lose track of the days a little bit with everything. It's kind of surreal, like, to think, oh, what's today? Is today Tuesday, Wednesday? No, today is Thursday. And it's a little strange. I'm sure everyone else is kind of experiencing the same thing, where it's easy to lose track of the time and the day and where we're at with everything. But I don't want to lose track of this Kickstarter campaign. I want everyone to have this be top of mind, because we need to hit goal today. sistcomic.com, 44 backers, 76% funded. Let's crush goal today and move on to stretch goals. Yeah, and if everyone's doing anything fun, I'd be interested to hear what everybody's working on. And if you have something you want to plug or promote, post it. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. I'm always interested to see what other people are doing. So, and yeah, I appreciate everybody stopping in and saying hi and checking out the work. I love drawing. Always loved making art and drawing. So, with your help, I can continue to keep making awesome stuff. But I need you to go to sistcomic.com and help us hit goal. So we are at 44 backers, 76% funded. And the campaign itself is just a fun-looking campaign. If you haven't seen it, it's a fun-looking campaign. It's got a lot of, it's got a video of me being silly, and it's got, shows the work of my friends that were nice enough to have work for this campaign. So there's definitely a lot of cool stuff to see. So definitely check it out if you haven't yet. And yeah, what's everybody up to today? Everybody doing anything fun? Is everybody working? I'm working, but this is me working. And what I've been having to do, because it's warm here in sunny southern Maine today and humid, I'm wearing like this little funny glove, and it just kind of helps my hand from sticking. Works better with the iPad though. You know what I need? I need to have a piece of paper under my hand. Yeah. That'll do it. That's the ticket. That's the stuff right there. That's perfect. Look at that. It's going to be good. So yeah, I've been wearing this, but this is better for like an iPad, because my hand gets stuck to the screen of the iPad. I think that's a good, just that piece of paper. So what's everybody doing today? It's Thursday. I'm going to see a drive-in movie tonight. I'm going to go see one of my favorite movies of all time, Back to the Future. Back to the Future is one of the best movies ever made. I love it. And they're doing it at the drive-in. And I love that movie because I saw it I remember seeing it in the theater. And there's a scene at the beginning where Marty McFly is over at Doc Brown's house, and he's going to he's got a guitar, and so he plugs the guitar into this giant amp, cranks up all the buttons, and then hits a chord, and just the thing explodes. It flies across the room, and it's like, whoa. I saw that as a kid, and that confused me. Didn't understand what was going on, first and foremost. It was very, very surreal to me to see that. I don't know how I'm going to do these eyes. I might try something different just because I'm messing around here. And so I was like, I don't know what a guitar is. I don't know what an amp is. But I know I want that in my life. I want to know more about what's going on with that. And so that was kind of the beginning of my just fascination with guitars. And I would make guitars out of wood. I would just kind of draw the strings on, you know, like you just build a fake wooden guitar and then draw the strings on. And eventually I bought a guitar and learned how to play, took lessons, kind of taught myself. And that was a lot of fun. I love playing guitar. I love having guitars. I think they're like little sculptures, or like little magical sculptures to me. So I love having them. I have quite a few now. Maybe too many. Probably too many. Luckily, I've been able to kind of kick that habit where I don't buy as many guitars anymore. For a while there, I was just like, hey, I need that one. Just stupid. But I was in bands and stuff, so playing guitar and being in a band kind of went hand in hand. And that was the 90s when it was like in the early 2000s when there's just so many incredible bands and so many talented musicians. Just wanted to know what that was like, you know, experience being on a stage and playing songs I wrote. I always wanted to I was always seeing people that were doing it, and I'm like, I feel like I could do that. And so I spent a lot of my time trying to get good enough to be, you know, someone that people wanted to watch play an instrument. And there's a lot of similarities between that and making comics, where I'm like, you know what? Why can't I make comics? Why, you know, I've been able to find 44 people at sistcomic.com that like my work and want to support it. And, you know, it's incredibly appreciative to those people that want to see what I'm doing and want to see what I'm making. And I know that just like playing in a band, making comics has that similar sort of mystique for me, where I'm like, how do they do that? I want to learn everything about that. And that was what it was like for playing music and being in bands. It's like, I just want to learn everything about that and try to get good at it and find people that like what I'm making. And I did with my music, and I'm doing that with my comic books. The only problem I found was I couldn't do both, right? And I had to pick one or the other. I was trying to do bands and comics at the same time, and I was like, oh no, it doesn't, can't split your focus. I couldn't split my focus like that. There just weren't enough hours. I'm like, no, you can't draw for 10 hours and do bands. It just didn't make sense to me. And now, I don't know if at some point in the future I'll pick up and start playing again. Find people that want to play music with me. It's possible. But currently the focus, all the time, is on building up my portfolio and my work, and finding people that want to pay me to draw their stories or pay me to draw my stories, so I can continue to make more stories, you know. And that's the thing, is if you're a writer right now, I can't imagine how tricky and difficult that must be to be like having to rely on other people to get your art out there. You know, there's not a lot of, as an artist and writer, I'm able to do both, which I love. I love both parts of it. So I can't. I'm sure it's very tricky as if you're just a writer, not just a writer, but you aren't the artist. It must be tricky. Not impossible, but I'm sure it's tricky. So what's everybody up to today? Anything fun? I wanted to go kayaking. It looked like a nice day to go kayaking, but instead I'm here drawing. Yeah, if you go to DylanDistraction.com, that's my YouTube, and twitch.tv/Biatlantic Studios for the my Twitch channel. I want to make sure that I'm on whatever platform people want to find my work on. So if you're on one of those platforms, cool. If you want to just watch me on Facebook Live, that's cool too. And hopefully me drawing mildly entertaining for you. And you can see that some of my technique and process. So again, I've spoken about this, but I'll talk about it again. So I go around, and this is actually an 05 micron. I don't know if you can see it, but I think it's an 05. Yeah, 05. So I go through and do some of this stuff, and do some of the outlining. I'm gonna go through and outline everything, and I'm gonna go back through with a brush pen. Hopefully there's ink in one of these. I just saw Tyler Kirkham online was doing brush pen inking with a different brush pen than these. And I'm like, well, heck, I gotta try those. And I saw Dave Finch was inking with a even different brush pen. Dave Finch was inking with, he was inking with one, Thanks, Trace. Interesting. What do I have here? This is kind of my stack of pens. Where is it? Oh, I have one. Yeah, and if anybody else knows of any brush pens, I'm always looking to try out new. Aha! Dave Finch was thinking of one of these. Maybe I'll look at one of these. This is one of those drawings where Dave Finch was also using these. So maybe I'll do the rest of it in this and this. Let's see what happens. So far, so good. The thing I like about this is it's a Pentel, isn't it? I can't tell. Might be a Kuretake. It's Japanese. I don't know if these are refillable. Maybe the only thing is it's like it's done some good ink though. Found some good lines with this bad boy. There's a lot of pens, Trace. I got a lot of pens. But you know what? I'm one of those people that buys 2 of everything. And for a while when I worked at the studio, it made a lot of sense because you'd have your travel bag with your convention stuff. And the worst thing is when you're doing convention drawings and you don't have the right pen. So you gotta have at least 1 or 2 in there. And then at the studio, I'd have, 1 or 2 there because you never know what you're gonna be drawing. And then at the home studio, the office, I would have 1 or 2 there. And then anytime there's a coupon at Michael's, I'm like, well, I might as well grab another one. Because, man, the thing that sucks, and I think every artist, illustrator, comic book creator has experienced this, when you're like, oh, man, I used to use this thing, then they went out of business or they changed it. Because you'll have that, it's like, oh, man, that brand of ink I loved, can't get it anymore. That kind of paper I really, really liked, it's not available. Or it sucks now. What'd they do? What'd they change? So you'll have that sort of stuff happen. And so I think it's good just to, if you love something, have enough of it that, you don't have to worry about waiting for a new shipment or it being on back order. So that's why I have a lot of pens like this. I think I have maybe only 1 of these. But I was like, I should grab another one for sure. I think it's Pentel. Is that Pentel? No, it says Japan. FR. I don't know what that means. I don't know if this is water-based ink. I don't really know the difference between the 2 of those. If anybody else knows, feel free to post it in the comments. Yeah, and sistcomic.com. We are currently at 44 backers, holding strong at 44 backers. Thank you to all 44 backers that have gone to sistcomic.com and helped to have us almost hit goal. We're real close. All it's going to take is a couple more backers. If you grab a commission level or an original art level, we'll be there. We'll crush it. I think that Sis comic is my best stuff yet. I think that the Dylanverse, the ever-expanding Dylanverse is... I think this comic's gonna surprise some people how I connect the whole thing. And, man, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Just love making comics and drawing, so... And yeah, DylanDistraction.com is my YouTube channel if you prefer to watch me draw there. You might not see the comments if you go there, but I'll be thinking of you. Yeah, so Back to the Future deals with time travel. And the stuff I'm working on now definitely applies. And it's funny because Rick and Morty, the cartoon, is just Back to the Future, right? Everybody gets that. Morty is Marty and Rick is Doc. It's like they're just taking the abusive Doc Brown character and just ramping him up. And then the whiny Marty McFly character is Morty. So if you like Back to the Future, you probably like Rick and Morty because it's essentially just a parody of Back to the Future. It's a very well done parody. It's definitely its own thing. They definitely deal with some different sort of issues in that show. But clearly it's influenced by Back to the Future. So yeah, I'm digging this pen. Black's going down real good. Making some nice lines. Do the whole thing with this pen. Come on. Brush pen. Now, as you can see here, I'm, kind of doing that thing where I 50-50 the muscles, right? Rim light it. So I know when I go back through, I'll gray wash all that to kind of make it go back in space. And make sure that the things in the foreground come forward. But this is how I ink. And I like just kind of starting in the top left and going. Just, you know, the kind of inkers I like. If you look at Klaus Janson, right, doing Dark Knight Returns. That's sort of loose, brushy stuff. I like Scott Williams inking. I like Matt Banning's inking. I like Richard Friend's inking. Just was chatting with Richard Friend last night on Comic Book Boot Camp. He's a great inker, phenomenal guy, very knowledgeable, and very kind of him to continue to share his knowledge. The thing about these pros these days is that there's so many incredibly talented guys that are just like, yeah, this is how I do it. You know, it's like, here's the pens I use, here's the paper I use. And then they're just like, good luck. That's true. Rich Friend was talking about how he broke in, and Tyler Kirkham at a live stream today was talking about how he broke in. And all these incredibly talented creators are talking about how their pathway to working professionally, and it's like, geez, is that how it's done now? I don't think so. I haven't heard of people, you know, back then there was these farm teams for, you know, the studios were the farm teams for publishers. So you figure out who an editor was at Top Cow, or you figure out who an editor was at Wildstorm, Malibu, Ultraverse, CrossGen, any of these sort of places, and you get in, you know, Todd McFarlane's company, Extreme, of course, and then you work your way up, prove you could do the job, prove you could commit to deadlines that show improvement, and then they pluck you out, snatch you up at Marvel or DC. That was kind of how it worked. And then more recently, the way that they would do it is they would go Marvel or DC, would go to SCAD and pluck people out of SCAD. They were like the top, you know, sequential artists in the classes. And Valiant, well, DC pulled from Kubert School, Marvel pulled more from SCAD, and then Valiant was pulling from Kubert School also. And then that kind of went away. That's not how that works either. So any of these sort of avenues into working in the professional corporate world are changing. You know, I think now all of a sudden it's crowdfunding. SystComic.com. Syst, the Skin Grafter, issue number 1, on Kickstarter right now. What they do is, I would think if a company was looking for somebody that they thought would be able to produce quality work on a consistent way, I guess you'd go to YouTube or you'd go to Kickstarter. But at that point, if somebody's, you know, making $20,000 on Kickstarter, what's a publisher going to offer that they don't have? It's an interesting question. So I don't know much about the comic book industry. I don't pretend to be involved with it. I know a couple of people that are working professionally, but not a lot. I don't pretend to be super connected with anyone. I'm liking this brush pen. David Finch knows his stuff. It's working good. The thing about drawing all the time is if you can find tools that you're not fighting with, right? Like if you're like, oh yeah, this is not making my job harder, then that's a good piece of equipment. So people are always like, what's the brush? What's the pen? What's the pencil? What's the graphite? And I do that too. I'm like, what's going on there? What is that crazy tool? But really what it boils down to is it's like, what can you use that makes your job easier? Right? What makes it so it's not, you're not struggling? Right? And the worst is when you have something you're like, oh, I'm fighting with this stupid brush. Like, why brush? Why are you making my life so miserable? But with this one, it's not making it miserable. It's making it awesome. And yeah, systcomic.com. We have 44 backers. Thank you so much to all 44 of those backers. Definitely go to systcomic.com right now and help us crush the goal. All you have to do is grab a couple of original reward commission levels. I've dropped the pen cap and it has rolled way far away. Come here, pen cap. Yeah. Don't need it right now, but I might need it later. So yeah, if you go to systcomic.com and grab a commission level or original art level, I will hook you up. I'll send you a bunch of awesome stuff. For sure. And then you will be the hero because you will have put the campaign over goal. And I'll be so appreciative to you. And I will thank you all the time. So yeah, systcomic.com. And if everybody's working or whatever you're doing, I hope you are having a great day. It's very warm and sunny here in southern Maine. I like brush inked comics. Yeah. Like I look at stuff like Matt Wagner's stuff. And he's got, this stuff's great. Let's look at that right now. So, look at Matt Wagner's stuff. I mean, that's all brushed. And he's got real thick holding lines. You know, obviously he's the things in the background. He's doing a thinner, pens. But I really love how he's got these really thick holding lines. So look at that. I like all of it, but that stuff's always been really inspiring me. What am I doing now? So yeah, the campaign will be running all month, but man, I'd love to hit goal early. I realize that there's a lot of things going on and people are pretty busy this week, but yeah, please take time out. Go to systcomic.com. Treat yourself. You're not going to be charged till the campaign ends. Definitely check it out if it's something you want to do. think sometimes about doing pencils and then like hiring somebody to ink over my pencils. And then but it's this slippery slope where I'm like, well, why don't I hire someone else to pencil it and then I'll ink it? And it's like, well, what about if I hired somebody to pencil and ink it? I had a penciler and an inker. And I'm like, well, then I can hire somebody to write. And I'm like, well, then I'm not making comic books anymore. At that point, I'm not learning how to make anything. I'm just having other people do it. That's not good. It's like, at that point, let's just go buy a comic. You know? It's cheaper to just buy a comic than pay somebody to make me my own comic. These are things I think about. I also think I look at like a lot of different artists I'm influenced by and excited about. I mean, there's just so many talented creators out right now, and there's a lot of great talent right now on Kickstarter. So definitely check out what's on Kickstarter right now, and support independent comics, support independent creators. This is a fun time to be a fan of independent creators and independent comics. So if you're enjoying watching me draw, say hi. I think I saw John's on here. What's up? Thanks so much for sharing my work and supporting my work. I really, really, really appreciate it. Definitely share this live. Share the lives I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of lives lately, just because it's a good way to kind of, it's nice to have people to talk to when I draw. Forces me to stay at the table and I can't get distracted. Can't go for a walk. Although I did go for a walk earlier. It was wonderful. Yeah, and if anybody hasn't yet, go to sistcomic.com and grab one of the original art or commission levels, and we'll be at goal. If somebody grabs, we're just a couple of backers away. If you've already backed, please consider upping your pledge in order to be able to help us get that much closer to goal. But if somebody does grab a commission level or an original art level, I'm gonna hook them up. They're gonna get a lot of stuff. They got a lot of art, and I want to make sure it goes to people that help us get to goal. So if you're one of those people that wants to help us get to goal, I'm gonna make sure to reward you with a ton of cool stuff. So definitely go to sistcomic.com, and you aren't gonna get charged until the campaign ends. So go big. Help us get to goal. And the comic book will be funded, and that will feel so nice. Can I keep dropping this pen cap? If you hear that noise in the background, it's me continuously dropping this pen cap. Cut it out, pen cap. God. Ruin everything. So these are my characters, Tachi and Era from my series, Archive the World Odyssey, which volumes 1 and 2 are available as reward levels, bundled with Sist the Skin Grafter, issue 1 on Kickstarter right now. Yeah, and if you're watching me live here, say hi. And if you're not, yeah, I'd love to chat with you. And if you're watching the replay, what's up? What do I want to do with this? I don't want like a shape like that. So yeah, we'll go like that. Yeah, and sistcomic.com. We're just $500 away from hitting goal. So if you haven't yet, consider going to sistcomic.com and making a pledge. And yeah, grab one of the original art or the commission levels, and we'll be real close to hitting goal. Just need a couple more backers. So share this campaign, tell your friends, tell your enemies. And thanks to everybody that has already backed. I really appreciate it. I think this comic is my best work yet. I think people are really going to get a kick out of it when they see it. If you like my stuff, it's just more of my stuff. And I like my stuff, that's why I keep making it. But I need your help to hit goal so I can get it printed and distributed. I don't have a big publisher working for me. I'm an indie guy. I'm in the trenches, making it happen because I love comic books. I just want to keep making awesome comic books. And Sist, the Skin Grafter, is my most awesome comic book yet. And it connects with the next comic book I'm doing. And then we'll see. We'll see what happens after that. See where the world's at. See if I'm back at conventions or traveling or what's going on. And how's everybody doing in this odd time in our history? Hope everybody's staying safe. Able to find some joy. Yeah, this is the part of the comic art where I have to just go through and keep inking. back through this area and cut out with white. Which will look cool. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call this good for now. We'll work on it more later. Thanks so much to everybody for watching. Go to sistcomic.com, grab a commission or original art level, and help us hit goal. Okay, bye.